Welcome back. I'm just heading into No Limits Archery. If this road will open, I got it down to one lane. I made up some new arrows because I've lost some arrows over the last month. I lost 3 arrows, mainly because I was shooting long distances and shooting like in fields, so I just couldn't find the arrows when I missed the target. So I made up 3 more this morning, and so I got 6, back to 6, and I'm gonna make sure they shoot good. I'll probably start at 50 yards, see how I do there, and then work my way out to that 3D elk. Hopefully they have the elk set up. Last time it was laying down, and this 3D elk probably weighs 150 pounds, and it is not easy setting this thing back up in these holes, these post holes that the legs slide into. But I got it done last time. I can get it done this time. So yeah, hopefully I can set the camera up. It's only 20 till 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, so there shouldn't be very many people there, and get some shots on that 3D elk at 95 yards, if it's still there. They move the targets around quite a bit. For right now, I've got the whole place to myself, and I went straight to the far end here, and I'm gonna get you set up here on the picnic table. 3D elk. The 3D elk is at 95 yards. The bag to the right is, I believe, 100 yards. Okay, pressure's on. Someone's watching me. It's weird. Just having the camera on creates just a little bit of pressure. Even though I can delete it if I miss. For some reason it looked like it went to the left again. It's a good group. What is that? 7 inches, 8 inches at 95. Well, one of the reasons I lost an arrow this past weekend is because of that sight adjustment. I adjusted my sight in the wrong direction. You're supposed to follow the arrow, and the previous weekend I was shooting a rifle, and just, I don't know, instinctively I tried to move the sight to the left to shoot left. But when you move your sight pins to the left, it actually makes you shoot further right. And that's how I lost one of my arrows. So I'm gonna follow the arrows. The arrows are to the left. I'm gonna move the sight slightly to the left. It's not gonna take much to bring those arrows over 5 inches at 95 yards. Okay, not looking too good. My groups are growing. This is probably my 5th round at this distance. The arrows did trend to the right. I'm not going to mess with the sight anymore. I may drop down in yardage as my eye and everything gets fatigued. Don't want to be losing or ruining arrows. Oh, I didn't hit record on that one. Well, that's my last group, if you guys can see. A little bit to the right and everything. That one might have went right in the tape. I got a feeling I'm going to be replacing all the vanes on the new arrows to be all the same. They're flying decent. This is a really good group here. Probably, well, it's not my best group at 95, but it's pretty darn good. The reason I want to replace them all is, for some reason, cock vane on all these arrows is all jacked up. See that one there? See that one there? And that one there. But the greens on the factory arrows are all the same. And my helical vane job is the only one to be a heart shot at 95. So this will definitely be my last group of the day. Starting to get a little fatigued. This is at 50 yards. Ugh. Why is this not there? So I'm not going to make any sight adjustments because it is the last round of the day, and we'll see how I shoot next time. Not a very long video today, but I thought I just wanted to keep you guys up to date of what I'm doing. We are 10 days, yes, in 10 days I will be in a tree stand hunting elk over the beaver pond. So I'll skip tomorrow. It'll be every other day up until I leave. Paying $10 each time to come shoot here. A lot of guys that I try to get into bow hunting that are rifle hunters, when I tell them, yeah, you got to shoot, you know, several times a week all summer, they look at me like I'm speaking a different language. They just don't have the time. It takes quite a bit of time to become I guess an accurate archery hunter. What do we got here? We got a school bus. There we go. And that's just the time shooting the bow. Not to mention the time scouting, putting up the cameras. If you're going to hunt the very early season, like the first day of the season, the elk are not rutting at all, so you have to hunt their patterns. And well, right now 91 degrees out down here. Up there it's probably still in the 70s or 80s. No, it's definitely in the high 70s, maybe low 80s. They've got to go to water like twice a day. So that's it's not as glamorous as bugling them in and having them come in screaming at, you know, 20 yards or whatever. But when you are doing the general tag or the over-the-counter tag, you just got to work with what you have. There's a lot of pressure from other hunters. All of last year, I only heard maybe 2 or 3 bugles. And those were questionable if they were humans or if they were elk. And to get to the good parts, you got to be willing to pack in very far. You know, take a lot of time off. Hopefully you've got buddies to go with you to help you get animals out. Alright, back to work. Got to work my butt off for the next 10 days to fund the next 32 months, 2.5 months of hunting. September, October, and the first half of November, and then by that time I have to see how the wife's handling it. I usually pick up some whitetail hunts later in the fall, but we'll see how much meat he got, and then I'll go from there. Questions, comments, any idea why just the white veins are starting to wrinkle? I don't know, just the pigment probably messes with them on those specific veins, but they're all coming off tonight and I'm putting new ones on. Well, maybe I'll make a video on that. I got this gadget that puts the little helical on, and it's for the smaller veins. Okay, over now. Goodbye.